Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Welcome to the East Tennessee Sports Report. Hi, I'm your host, Ralph Miranda. Today, we're at the Gondolier Restaurant in Sevierville. You need to come down here and eat at the Gondolier Restaurant. If you haven't, it was voted Sevier County's #1 Italian restaurant, and they do have excellent Italian food. Joined by my usual cast tonight, I've got the philosopher to my left, Chris Reddick, got the judge to my immediate right, Chris Blevins, and we've got Scott Galyon back to my far right in place of El Presidente tonight. I want to thank our sponsors. I told you, Gondolier Restaurant, we're glad that we're back here. I want to thank Crescent Center Drugs in Morristown, Morristown Ford of Morristown, Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice, 7 locations across East Tennessee, Gateway Ford in Greeneville, and of course, Mullins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Elizabethton. All right, guys, before we get into the slate for this week's game, I want to talk a little bit about some of the games from last week. The judge has already informed us off the air that Ottawa came down from Canada and beat Oak Ridge. So, I mean, I know we're trying to get along with all our neighbors here in Canada, but, you know, the last time I heard Ottawa, they were the Rough Riders in the Canadian Football League. If they're coming down and beating our high school football teams, we need to talk to President Obama, don't we? All right.
That's the Tennessee slang.
That's all right. I mean, that's all right. I think he meant Ottawa, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
It's all right.
Okay, guys. Everything kind of went as planned last week. I guess the biggest things were Fulton getting beat by Catholic and Morristown West, not that they won, but how big they won over the defending 5A champs. So I guess I'll start with you, philosopher. Give me your take on those two games.
Fulton Knox-Catholic. This is a game that obviously I had picked Knox-Fulton to win this game, but I forgot something. I forgot who Knox-Catholic was. I actually saw this team play earlier in the year when they were fully healthy, and to be honest, guys, when I think about it, I'm not surprised. Catholic has a lot of weapons, young weapons. T. Martin's son, there's another sophomore kid's real good. We talked earlier about their line is big. This is actually a good team. They had some down spots in the middle of the season, but I've heard they're all back, and obviously are because they got that big win over Fulton. So not too surprised about it.
No. Well, I think Morristown West and that victory they had with Vista, I mean, obviously only scoring 7 points against a Knox West team that's coming out of winning state championships and all these different things. Morristown West came with a fire. They put points on the board. They stopped people. And that this time of the year, I'm looking at the game going forward with the Sevier County game coming up. I mean, my gut's telling me a little different than what I thought going into it. So Morristown West, I think, was a big game. I thought they did a great job on defense and putting the points on the board.
I mean, but both those teams, Morristown West and Catholic, Knox-Catholic, are both playing well. And, just touch on Knox-Catholic. They've got really good-looking athletes across the board. They've got another big game this week. Both those teams got big games this week. But I was really surprised that Central, Oak Ridge, and Farragut all lost last week.
Yeah.
And I thought those were 3 teams that had great seasons this year, and I thought 1 or 2 at least would get a win and advance.
Well, I'm not surprised Oak Ridge lost. They lost to a professional football team.
No advantage there.
Guys, before we go to break, let's talk about 6A real quick. Not a lot of surprises in 6A. I mean, on this side of the state, Blackman's coming to Maryville Friday night. Oakland will host Smyrna. More than likely, we'll have a rematch of last year's state semifinal, Maryville and Oakland. Any reason to believe that Maryville's not going to get to the state championship this year?
No, I do think from here on out, games are going to be a little bit tougher for them.
agree.
They're going to be playing some good competition out of Middle Tennessee these next couple of weeks if they continue to win in advance, and then once they get to that state championship game, which I'm picking them to get there. I think they're the team to beat, but competition is going to get tougher for them.
How many banners? do they have?
Oh, what,
15,
13, 14, 15?
something like
16.
Whatever.
16?
16 matters.
I think it's 16, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep count. All right, so that's it. We'll be back in a minute after our first break, and we're going to talk about the Class 5A when we come back on the East Tennessee Sports Report.
15, 16, 14, 15.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Advantage of great deals like this new Ford Focus.
Or this new Ford Fiesta,
Your choice.
for as low as $199 a month. And don't forget about the great deals on the new Ford Fusion for as low as $249 a month.
Right in the heart of Morristown.
Thinking about end-of-life care can be quite overwhelming. We understand that. When you are aware of the help that we can provide, you will be able to make an informed decision and feel ready to bring on our team of compassionate and caring medical professionals. Families that have used our hospice services tell us often that they wish they had chosen our care sooner. They don't know what they would have done without us. Relief comes easily to patients and families, as our services are covered by Medicare, VA, and most private insurances. Call us today.
Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. You've just got to get to Gateway.
Get Greene County's only lifetime warranty on these incredible Gateway deals. Buy a 15 Ford Taurus under $21,000, 15 Ford F-150 Crew Cab, save $11,000 off the sticker, 16 Ford Escape under $22,000. Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greeneville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report from the Greeneville Restaurant. I'm your host, Ralph Murray. We're laughing because we've got some different lighting tonight, and it looks like we're being held up by a police cruiser here. And that's exactly. I mean, we're looking right into the light. And just, it's, yes, officer. I'm sorry, officer. Yes, here's my license. All that good stuff. All right. Thanks to the philosopher here for that. All right, guys. Class 5A. We talked a little bit about some of the games last week, and now we got the big showdown. Well, first. Ray County will play Ottawa on the other side of the bracket for this part of the state. We've talked a little bit about that. But the big game is the rematch of Morristown West and Sevier County. I'm going to start with you, Scott. Let you give me your take on that upcoming game.
Well, it's going to be another great game. It's going to be here in Sevier County this time. Well, I guess they were. Yeah, they were Sevier County last time. Yeah, but I think I'm picking Morristown West this time around. I think their defense is playing phenomenal. It's going to be hard to beat a team like that two times in the same season. And Sevier County has got a great offense. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Morristown West comes away with the win this time.
Right. And my gut tells me to go with Morristown West this time, just because of the straight-up defense, and they want to win this game. It's a rematch. I mean, think about if you were putting on and going there Friday night going, we already got beat once. We ain't losing tonight. We're going to move on. Sevier County's offense, if they come to play, though, they can put points up. I know they can put points at deucing them, or they want a state championship bad. They want one bad. But Morristown West, I just think their defense right now, they're on a big high. I just really think they're going to come to play, and Sevier County is going to really be tough to be put torch on the defense. So
the only problem is the winner of that game gets Ottawa, and they have to go to Canada. They have to go to Canada for that game. That's the only problem. That's a long road trip. All right, philosopher, give me your take on the game.
Oh boy, on this game, honestly, I cannot pick. I know I'm stumped. I know I got to pick.
You cannot pick.
I cannot pick, but I'm going to try. And this is how I'm going to break it down. All right, Morristown West. I've watched them all year. This team has surprised me. Defense is really tough. Nobody's really competed against, even with the loss against Fulton at the beginning of the year. I mean, Fulton had to come back and win. Exactly. Really was shocked when they came into Sevier County and lost, and actually lost by a lot of points. With that being said, when we talked to Coach at Sevier County a little bit earlier, though, I think Morristown West is going to adjust because we asked Coach, how did West let down on defense? He said, well, defensive line was solid, did what they had to do, but what happened was they were keying Devontae and putting all the pressure and keying him, left the other guys open. So. With that being said, Morristown West, like I said, sometimes the advantage goes to you when you play a second time. I think they're going to have a better chance of adjusting, where Sevier County may have to kind of keep doing what they're doing and depend on that. So with all that being said, I love Sevier County. I would like to actually see them bring that title back, but my gut right now is telling me West is going to get them.
I want to say something else. If I was West, I would put all the pressure on Deuce this week.
Exactly.
I would make him beat me. If he beat me, fine. But if nobody else does, that's what I would do.
Because I think that's the dynamic. I think Sevier County, probably without a doubt, is the best throwing team that they faced all year. They had a hard time matching up last time, and I think being able to watch that film, break it down, game plan for this one, I think they'll have a different answer.
Well, I think the key is, it's hard. You talked about it's hard to beat a team twice, especially when you have to play them within 3 or 4 weeks. The loss to Sevier County by Morristown West, the only thing that mattered in that loss is that this game is at Sevier County. Yeah. Otherwise, it would be at Morristown West. That's the only thing. So it really doesn't hurt them. Morristown West plays better defense than Sevier County, which is a key. And you touched on it right there, is if you can pressure the quarterback, if you can pressure him and get him off his spot, get him off his rhythm, you can beat a team that likes to throw the ball. Because Sevier County's passing game is probably a lot of rhythm, a lot of tech. If you can upset that, put some pressure on him, I think they got a chance to beat Sevier County. So I think Morristown West has all the advantages going into this game, even though it doesn't really sound like it.
Can I throw a wrinkle in there? Dorian Banks just came off of a great game, 177 yards, 3 touchdowns. I know that defense is stubborn on the line anyway. I mean, this is a guy that can break a run anytime for a touchdown. Could he be a factor that could just kind of be that wrinkle that can make a difference for Sevier?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because that, anytime you can play a team and they're one-dimensional and say, hey, we stop the pass, we've got them. But if you could throw a wrinkle in there with a running back that can make some stuff happen. And Sevier County's got athletes all over the field. And another thing too is with Deuce being a great athlete, even when you put good pressure on him. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers earlier. He may not break the pocket to run, but he can scramble, let somebody break open deep, and make plays with his feet as well.
All right, so that's Class 5A for you. When we come back, we're going to take a look at Class 4A as we continue our roll through the state playoffs in high school football in East Tennessee. We'll be right back on the East Tennessee Sports Report.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
I never thought I'd get into the car business or work with my dad, but some things you just shouldn't pass up, like our Carefree car deal with upfront pricing below the factory invoice and our lifetime powertrain warranty. You've just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greeneville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff, always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
See,
we didn't
you got what are you?
The philosopher,
the judge. I'm the nerd, man.
Wait, you want this class?
Nerdy linebacker. That's me.
It's good to have a nerd.
The nerdy linebacker and the old linebacker.
There you go.
From 1989, Tomo has been one of the first sushi restaurants in Knoxville.
I love it. This is one of my favorite restaurants in Knoxville.
We have carried on with an age-old tradition atmosphere and menu, including the Japanese bento box.
Food is outstanding.
Tomo is open for lunch and dinner and extra late for all you late-night sushi lovers, Friday and Saturday nights.
I love the sushi. It's always really fresh.
Tomo even offers half-price sushi on Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Tomo, neighborhood price and friendly service on West Hill Crossing Plaza.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report. I'm your host, Ralph Miranda. I want to remind you tonight we're at Gondolier Restaurant in Sevierville, the #1 rated Italian restaurant in Sevier County, voted by all the people here in Sevier County. Great place. Come by and eat. Want to thank all our other sponsors as well. Crescent Center Drugs of Morristown, Morristown Ford, Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice, Gateway Ford in Greeneville, and of course Mullins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Elizabethton. Hey, while we're on break, Scott Galyon has given himself a nickname. He is now the nerdy linebacker because he has all these stats on the Ray County Ottawa game, and we didn't give him a chance to use them. I'm the old linebacker. That's why I have these glasses, but I'm going to give these glasses to him because he's the nerdy linebacker, and I think I can get by without the glasses at least for this segment, and then he's got to give them back because I can't read any of my notes without those glasses.
I can't read any of my notes neither.
All right. Well, then give them back to me then if you don't need them. Okay. All right, guys. Let's talk a little bit about Class 4A. We got some pretty good games. Catholic upsetting Fulton. They will play Greeneville. I want to talk a little bit about that game because I think the other 3 games are all teams that we're not really familiar with and won't matter till we get to that point in the season.
Dirty linebacker, he's got no.
Do you have any research that you want to talk about?
Marshall County's 11-1. They'll beat East Hamilton. Pearl-Cone beat Springfield early in the year 47-6.
There you go.
So they're going to roll again. Memphis East, their only lost all year is to Muscle Shoals, Alabama. They've won 11 in a row. So I think they'll be. I think Lexington's actually the higher seed, but I'm picking Memphis East.
And according to an old song, way back in the 70s, in Muscle Shoals, they mocked the governor. Remember that? That's a 1970s joke for all you young people out there. I know most of you don't know that, but that's all right.
Can someone pass the butter?
The butter.
Yeah, because he's on a roll today.
I'm on a roll, baby. In Muscle Shoals, they mock the governor. Just look it up. All right, Sweet Home Alabama. All right. The game we want to talk about is Knox-Catholic in Greeneville. Not many people thought Knox-Catholic would beat Fulton, but you guys all mentioned over the break that they've got a pretty good team. Catholic. They had some injuries, so let's talk a little bit about that. Scott, tell me why you thought Catholic might beat Fulton.
Well, I got to see them play Seymour. They had Seymour down 48-0 at halftime, and but what was most impressive about them is that their big guys are big, but their skill guys are big guys. They're big, athletic, strong guys, and just well-trained athletes, well-coached football team. And so I wasn't going to be surprised if they beat Catholic. I thought it was a coin toss going into that game. But with them winning, if they can get back on an even keel this week, prepare like another regular week, I think they got a great shot at going into Greeneville and winning that game. I think their bigs will match up well with their bigs. And I haven't seen Greeneville play, but I have seen Catholic, and I know they've got a few special athletes on the offensive side of the ball. I think it'll be hard for Greeneville to match up.
Right, and I think, too, that this Knox-Catholic getting a little bit of credit this week for beating Fulton because nobody thought they were beating Fulton except for
them.
Except for the nerd here. But at the same time, you got to give them credit. If they're that big, like you were talking about, I haven't seen them. I mean, Greeneville, this is a scary game for Greeneville. You're dealing with a team that's going to come in with a lot of confidence, but at the same time, Greeneville just needs to come out and do what they do. I think Greeneville's a good team. I mean, Fulton obviously might have had a little mix-up. I mean, I can't tell you all the details about it like you were talking about, but I think Greeneville has a great shot. But Knox-Catholic definitely deserves some credit. I think they're definitely going to be a great game.
Greeneville has disadvantage to them. They have the advantage of being at home. And then they also have an advantage to where, we talked about this earlier off camera, Knox-Catholic, I'm going to call it upset. I mean, it may have been a legitimate win. Beat Fulton, so they're going to be on that cloud 9 high coming into the Greeneville Stadium to play. So that can be a factor too. But like I said, I've seen Catholic play earlier, and really I'm not surprised about that win. Greeneville has been getting better each and every week, but Catholic fully being healthy and everything running. I mean, let's just go back to the game you said you saw against Seymour. Seymour is a good team. They finished second in their conference. So this is not a shabby, this is not last year's Seymour team. I don't think Greeneville beat Seymour that bad.
It was 14-0 at halftime, and I think it ended up being 35-0.
Yeah, but nothing like a 48-0. I mean,
48-0.
Yeah, so you gotta consider that too. Oh boy. Is he watching? Is Coach Ballard watching? Do I have to say it?
Go ahead, say it, quick.
I'm getting in trouble with all these coaches this week, and oh boy.
You're going to pick Fulton or Catholic, right?
You said it.
All right, he's going to pick. Flossman's going to pick out. All right, here's the thing about that game. Watch the first quarter. The first quarter will tell you a lot about that game, and the reason I say that is Greeneville probably thought for the last 3 weeks that they were headed for a matchup with Fulton. And now all of a sudden, they're not playing Fulton. Catholic, will they be able to come down off that high now and then get ready to come back up? Because, when you overtake the mountain, all right, can you get ready for the next mountain? So the first quarter will tell you a lot about this football game.
Well, a good point you mentioned, too, because they were up 48-0 on Seymour, not much of a second half. They were up 26-0 on Fulton. Then they get out, scored the second half 19-2.
Right.
Then they get a safety.
Right.
That's all they don't even score an offensive touchdown in the second half. So Catholic hasn't had to play. Well, they've had to play a second half last week, but they didn't produce anything.
Very well. Right.
So they'll have to play a full 4 quarters.
Should be a good football game.
I'm ready to watch it.
All right, guys, that's our 4A segment. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Class 3A right here on the East Tennessee Sports Report. We'll be right back.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's You're watching the East Tennessee Sports Report.
Gotta get to Gateway.
Get Greene County's only lifetime warranty on these incredible Gateway deals. 2014 minivans like Town & Country's, Honda Odysseys, and Dodge Caravans from $19,900. Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greeneville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Trusted for over 32 years, our agency has won numerous awards and has served thousands of Tennessee residents. Tammy Francis knows that home health care isn't something you should leave to chance. It is vital that your home health care provider be a reliable and trusted member of the community they serve. That's why Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice invests in education and training for their staff. Many have obtained advanced degrees in health care. Just another reason to be sure to request our services when your physician recommends home care. We set the standard in the home care industry.
Advantage of great deals like this new Ford Focus.
Or this new Ford Fiesta.
Your choice.
For as low as $199 a month. And don't forget about the great deals on the new Ford Fusion for as low as $249 a month.
Right in the heart of Morristown.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
I never thought I'd get into the car business or work with my dad, but some things you just shouldn't pass up, like our carefree car deal with upfront pricing below the factory invoice and our lifetime powertrain warranty. You've just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greeneville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Let's go, Devils! D-E-V-I-L-S! Let's go, Devils! D-E-V-I-L-S! Let's go, Devils! D-E-V-I-L-S! Let's go, Devils!
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report. I'm your host, Ralph Moran. I'm joined by the philosopher, the judge, and the nerdy linebacker over there. We're at the Gondolier Restaurant in Sevierville, #1 rated Italian restaurant in Sevier County. All right, guys, Class 3A. Over on the other side of the state, we got CPA looming. CPA is the defending state champion, so we know that more than likely they should get there, but who knows. The big game is obviously CAK and Alcoa. CAK with a relatively easy win over Elizabethton. I guess my first question is, did that surprise you guys at all, how easy that win was?
It did. I know y'all have more, have seen Elizabethton play more, but I thought that was going to be a closer ball game, and I wouldn't have been surprised if Elizabethton won that one, but the CAK ran away from them.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that Elizabethton didn't play a better game. I know Chris got more about that than I do, but I think that CAK, again, it's kind of like Knox-Catholic. I mean, they're showing up to play, and now they're here, but Alcoa's going to be a tough team, and I think they're definitely going to come to play. I think Alcoa, offensive, defensively, like we talk about a lot of these teams, they have a great chance to go a long ways, but now CAK is no joke. It's just that I was kind of thought Elizabethton would play a little better, but maybe you know more than we do on that one, so.
Yeah, I was there. I witnessed it, and I was disappointed as well. Thought it would be a much better game. I was actually excited about this game, going to it. But I do commend Coach Wooden. He had a great game plan. I mean, he planned on attacking and going for it. Actually, second play is either second, third play of the game, threw a bomb, and our receiver just dropped it. It would have been a touchdown probably. So he was doing the right things, was making the right calls, but the players just weren't executing. Right. And a team like CAK, there's a couple other long passes we dropped too. It's like the passes we threw long, we either dropped it when it was right there, or our quarterback, which he rarely had done this all year, he would overthrow them. So you cannot make those type of mistakes when you're playing CAK. I thought the worst case scenario was going to have a back and forth game. It just went all CAK's way. And another thing that kind of hurt us too, we put pressure on the quarterback, but the quarterback he drops back a little deeper than most on a shot. So when we put that pressure on, we got him a few times, but he was able to elude them. So instead of having to pass, he would run for the first down. And when they did pass, I just got to be honest on this. The receivers much bigger, stronger, and faster. We just could not match them. Our DBs couldn't match them. So, I commend CAK for the win. We did have a turning point that could have happened in the third quarter, but they were up 3 touchdowns. We had a chance to stop them, which we did. I said if we get the ball back, run it down, score, we can make it interesting. We did not do that. Started fumbling the ball, making other mistakes. 21 points in about 3 or 4 minutes, ball game. Yeah. Fourth quarter, just watch the clock run. So.
Well, CAK, I really don't think they're going to beat Alcoa. Alcoa's got a pretty strong defense this year, probably one of the strongest defenses I've seen Alcoa have. And the winner of the CAK Alcoa game gets the Toronto Argonauts from the Canadian Football League. So we're starting to see that Canadian influence really starting to come into. You're never going to live that down. You realize that? Okay,
We lost here forever.
I just want to be sure. All right. Okay. All right, guys. So real quickly, we got about a minute left. Everybody thinks Maryville's going to win. Morristown, West Sevier County. Real quickly, Scott.
Yeah, I'm taking Mo West.
Mo West.
West.
All right. I'll take West.
Well, now I'm going to switch to Sevier County.
Quick. Sevier County, all right. Knox-Catholic in Greeneville?
Catholic.
Greeneville? Catholic. Okay. CAK Alcoa?
Alcoa.
All right, so we got that going for us. Next week, when we come back, we're going to have the semifinals to talk about. Fewer games, but bigger games. So for the nerdy linebacker, for the judge, for the philosopher, I'm your host, Ralph Miranda. Remember, the Gondolier Restaurant. Come by here and get some great Italian food, rated #1 in Sevier County. I want to thank our other sponsors, Crescent Drugs, Center Drugs of Morristown, Morristown Ford, Gateway Mountain Home Health and Hospice, 7 locations across East Tennessee, Gateway Ford of Greeneville, and of course Mullins, Chrysler Jeep, Dodge Ram of Elizabethton. We've enjoyed bringing you the show. Smoky Mountain Home Health. What did I say? I'm sorry, Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice, and then Gateway Ford in Greeneville. So, for all my friends here, I'm Ralph Miranda, East Tennessee Sports Report. I'll see you next week when we talk state semifinals.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Gotta get to Gateway.
Get Greene County's only lifetime warranty on these incredible Gateway deals. 2014 minivans like Town & Country's, Honda Odysseys, and Dodge Caravans from $19,900. Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greeneville online at gatewaydeal.com.
Advantage of great deals like this new Ford Focus.
Or this new Ford Fiesta.
Your choice.
For as low as $199 a month. And don't forget about the great deals on the new Ford Fusion for as low as $249 a month.
Right in the heart of Morristown.
The Jeep Celebration event is going on now at Mullins, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram in Elizabethton.
Drive a new 2015 Jeep Patriot with air conditioning, stock number 893 for only $13,900. 2015 Jeep Wrangler with aluminum wheels, stock number 793 for only $24,500. Remember, you can buy a Mullins, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram with no money down, no payments till 2016, 0% APR for up to 72 months on select models, and always top dollar for your trade. Before you buy, give Mullins a try.
We are the GHS Varsity Cheerleaders, and you're watching East Tennessee Sports Report. Go Devils!
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll.